Why, hello. Good morning, everyone. That's not what I. That's what I meant to do. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm sure everybody is like, what the heck? It's early. Yes, it is early. It's quite early. I'm, I, I have a couple days this week that I might be able to squeeze in some more drawing, and I made a slight kind of promise to myself. I wanted to get back into drawing for the mothership game as quickly as possible. So, just gonna vibe, gonna work on that. I was thinking about, I think what I need to start with is we gotta start simple. I gotta start with a little bit of concept art, some sketches, kind of like get back into it. I might not do a full render today, we'll see, but I need to get back into some of the sketching. But with that in mind, I feel like we'll get some good progress. I just have to get back into how everything feels and everything again, all my settings. It's been a while since I've touched this. So without further ado, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac, MCCanary, and it is Tuesday, July 21st. We're going to do some drawing today to get back into not animating. Well, I'm glad I kept the window closed. I thought about opening the window for the boy, but somebody is somebody is mowing out there, so that would be very loud. So we need to do some concept art. Now, I have some ideas on what to do. I think we do an update. We revisit the main creature design. I have some ideas. I have some ideas. Here's what we're gonna do. Listen, fine. It's fine. The way that I'm gonna have to do this, so that way I don't have to draw clothes on him. The only way I'm gonna be able to do it. Take him a little like that. Race around. But today we're gonna focus on getting back into doing some mothership, and the reason being is just because I've been wanting to revisit. Well, I've just been wanting to do a lot of work on the mothership game because in reality, the mothership game was supposed to be having a lot more assets coming out, and I had to take a break from that because I had to focus on some other things. I didn't have as much time to do just drawing in general. I could only draw once a week, which we'll probably get back to that at some point. That's fine. I'm prepared for that. Just have some extra time to be able to start doing some drawing again. But until that happens, I could do a little bit more drawing again. Because the mothership game, I wanted more consistent stuff to be coming out of, anyways. Like I wanted more. I wanted to be doing more artwork, no matter what. Um, Like one of the main purposes of the Mothership game was to really be testing my ability to make assets, and then I took on too many projects. And animation ended up taking a lot of time, and then I ended up losing time. But now I know only one at a time, only one project at a time. If I have spare time, you do smaller projects on the side. But if I don't have spare time, one big project. I have enough time in my life to do one big project at a time and no more. This I have learned because actually doing multiple projects is very, very difficult. And I want to start applying a lot of the things that I learned doing animation because actually doing a lot of animation gave me a lot of really good stuff for being able to do more perspective and stuff like that. I got a better idea. There's some other things I picked up while I was doing a lot more of that. Feel much more confident and much more competent in a lot of the work that I think I'm gonna be working on now. Nice. And at the very least, I want to focus on doing some sketching because sketching is something I've always like really enjoyed doing and something that I kind of want to make a cornerstone of my work. It's going to start with this. Goal is we're just starting with a basic mutilate, and then I'll probably either do some mutilates or I'll do some character design as well. But I think I'm going to start with the mutilates because I kind of neglected to flesh out a lot of their designs for a while there. I feel like I focused a lot more on some other things, which was fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I focused on some other designs for a while when I kind of really want to flesh these guys out. The designs that my friends are like looking at are fine, but they're kind of old, they're new, or they're old. They were at when I was trying to get back into things, so I feel like they're a little bit underdeveloped in some ways. They're very basic. They're very basic. Make the designs less basic, hopefully. Yeah, I like that. Here we go. And now, here's what I'm gonna do. Still gonna keep this being pretty gurgly, but just like a little bit of detail here. I should look at a skeleton. I should look at a skeleton. Here's what we're gonna do. The human skeleton. Good. Yeah, I needed that. Like get that poke. Get that poking through a little bit. Just so you know, everybody, I might have to step away from the computer for a moment at some point. See, maybe. There's no guarantee either, but I might have to step away. Still responsible. Still a responsible person. There might be something I might have to go step away for a little bit. And today, it being kind of like a warm up and also just stuff going on, I don't. Oh wait, no. That's fine. What are you doing? He's already mad. Already mad. Ugh. What do you want? Okay. He wants to get in the way. I don't know why, but he does want to get in the way. What? Oh boy. Try something more. This. The goal is I need to section out my fingers. Which I do think, given how I'm handling this, I am doing much better at being able to kind of like section out fingers that way. And it looks better. Better. That's what I'm. Thumb is big. Thumb is a big guy. Thumb is a big guy. Actually, make some consistency here. I want it to be fairly consistent that they like to hold their hands out like this for some. Yeah, this is already looking much better than even like a lot of my earlier test drawings. I'm liking how this is looking much better. I just have a I when I was starting back into a lot of stuff, I think I was still reprocessing how to do a lot. And it really did help. It really did help to get back in to not get back into, but to start animating. Animating gave me just a lot of bulk practice that I was needing to catch up on. I was needing to catch up on it. Um, One of the things that I think I like kind of almost regret. It's not as simple as just regretting because it's more just like I needed to process a lot of time for a lot of my work and stuff as well as to build some like confidence in some things. Um I think I was in a spot that how long it took me to make certain things um was getting to me. I just didn't have the capacity to really process quickly because it was never that I couldn't do stuff like this at all. It was that I didn't actually know as well as I should, well, not even should have, just as well as I could have, how to actually do a lot of this kind of stuff. Actually, believe it or not, because 80% of what, well, I'd say about 50% of my work is self taught. It is self taught. Um, and because of that, it comes with some struggles. It comes with some struggles, and I had to really fight a lot with myself. There's also something about the digital medium format that I really struggled with for a while too. I feel like that messed me up as well. I don't know why digital. It's not like I didn't know how to do digital either. Just like digital weirdly left me hung up for a really long time. I don't know why. Like, okay, if I was to have that. Well, first off, this is a fun thing about the human hand I'm learning. Can't actually do that. Can't really do that. It can't. I think it would look better if it actually did things. It actually did. It doesn't have to be realistic. I'm thinking. Biggest thing is I'm actually willing to fix things too, and fix them quickly. I think that was another thing is I would get caught up on like being like, I don't know how to fix that. I'm just gonna keep it that way. But actually, that's not a great philosophy to have. You don't want to just leave things the way they are. You want to about them. Ooh, I like that much better. I like this much better. Now this is the actual official design, I would say. This is always what I was imagining when I imagined what the main creature design is like supposed to kind of look like. Like this is what, you know, Fred was facing down when it came out of the wall and grabbed him around the neck. This is what he was looking at. Hey, I'm glad I did this animation. This is much better than the drawing I was doing a fucking year ago. This Okay, I'll concede. I'm glad I did the animation. I needed to do it. I needed to do the animation. I needed to brute force it. Like, try to get the idea that there's ligaments and stuff coming off of it is what I'm going for. Hell yeah. That, there's like an inner leg muscle there. So mad. Oh, he's so mad. I don't even know what he's mad about. What are you mad about? Back. He leave, he's back. He leave, he's back. This is my life. This is how it goes with him. You know why? I don't know what he wants. He never tells me. He just screams. Sir, be polite. Here's a detail I want to add, actually. Yeah, something like that. Yes, that's at. There's a reason why I made this specific detail. There's actually something very specific with that works really really well. Ooh, okay, this is going much better. This is going much better, everybody. I just you sometimes no. I will think of it this way. I needed to start somewhere. Everybody needs to start back somewhere, right? Everybody needs to start back somewhere. And I am glad. I am glad that I'm now working on God of Limbs again, and then I bulked animation practice, and now I can make this. And now I can make stuff like this. Which is kind of weird. Give my eldritch deformed being a very nice dose. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Big thing that's making a difference here is that I'm doing a much better job of like actually keeping track of like certain kinds of like planes. That's just something that I never was very good at. I just never was very good at that until fairly recently. Sometimes you would be surprised. I feel like if somebody was to see this and be like, "Wow, must have been drawn a long time." Yes, but actually, fairly recently, I feel like I've only recently picked up on a lot of the stuff that happens here, and that's just how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes for everybody. Everybody got different developmental journeys with the things that they do. And I feel like only recently I got decent doing stuff like this. It's gonna start. Hell yeah. And this actually feels much more reminiscent to the sketching style I did when I was younger, believe it or not. I feel like I sketched more like this when I was younger, and for a while there, I just really lost a part of my style, weirdly. Like, I was, I, it wasn't that I like forgot or anything. I just was really struggling to re-cement like what I would do to like do drawing. And fairly recently, I've gotten better at like actually fleshing out certain lines and stuff like that. Oh hell yeah! This is just a sketch. Today just might be sketch day. Today might just be sketch day, just because I want to like kind of like get back into the style of what I was going for, get back into the feeling of doing digital art, get back into the mindset of what I was wanting to pursue. Because for now, until I want to do something more ambitious, which might not be near until near the end of Mothership, and we are over halfway with that game. I want to maintain we're halfway over. We're halfway done now. It's official. We're halfway finished, I promise. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will say very recently I've also just had one of those moments in which you're like with any I think this goes for any skill. I don't think this is just drawing. I think this is anything that anyone does anywhere for anything. Um I think that there is sometimes a moment in which you have like effectively like oh, I hope this is okay. Uh like almost like a level up. Like there's just a moment where I was like what to do now? I know what to do now. And that helped a bunch for me. Like a bunch. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to be bigger. I never know, do I start from the center and go out, or do I go outside? Never quite know with it. That, it, that. Stuff like this I'm getting better at. Go behind and then actually erase out the parts that it isn't there. That way, you have an actual shadow and stuff like that. Now I can like kind of more easily control the like darkness of stuff like that. I think I had to go overcome a bit of my own illustration laziness, believe it or not. It's a little bit of laziness actually when it comes to stuff like that, because I think it's easy to be like, I have to use multiple layers, and it gets all cluttered. Well, you need layers. Sometimes you need multiple layers. You gotta work in multiple layers. Just not work in multiple layers just because you don't want to. Even if you really don't want to. Important. Much more. There's no skin. No skin here. Those bits. Yeah, this was a good idea. I'm 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 glad I decided to follow through and just be like, you know what, just start with sketching. Just start with sketching. I was like, I should get back straight into it. I was like, no, 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 no. You need to start slow. You need to start slow, actually. It's been a while. Ease yourself back into it. If it's been like a year since the last time you worked on this part of the project, it has been like a year. But these are what the creatures are supposed to look like. This is the idea that I had, which is why I was like, I do want to show my inspiration, but still like try to actually make something that's much more different. Well, not much more different, but that does come from me. Like does come from me. Because for me, like I love like the designs, like the creature from the thing, and I like stuff like that. But I really wanted to try to like capture a version that is alien with sense, if that makes sense. Like there's a reason why there's like a really clear anatomy that I'm going for that isn't just creepy. Like it's alien. It's supposed to feel alien, but there's a direction with its design, especially later on when it can do certain designs. I actually do not want to draw certain designs here because it would be spoilers. Well, here's the thing. Actually, no. I should draw these designs because we've run into them, but a part of me is like I don't know if I want to draw them. We'll see. I might draw them because they're a creature design that I really want to establish. But I do think that part of the struggle with that creature design, which is Brian, is drawing Brian. The reason why Brian is a struggle is because I do not want to I do want to establish it, but I do want everything that appears on the Miro board to be as diegetic as possible. And just frankly speaking, there would not be a picture of Brian because that all happened in Sean's dream. That said, I know he is. I need to implement some simpler drawings. Be like, but good. Here's something you would have seen. I have some idea of that actually. Because I can do like simple drawings, like people drawing them from memory or whatnot. I did mention that there's one character who mentioned something reminiscent of the kind of like entities that Sean's character Colia has been encountering. So I'm glad I drew this. Oh man, this might end up being what we do for just the rest of the time. I'm only here for about well, I'm here for about 3 hours, so I was like, it might be a shorter one. Well, it's gonna be about on time. It's gonna be a little bit shorter. I can't quite go as long as I want to. I got stuff I got to do later as well. Ooh. I gotta go do run errands. This is good. This is good. This is really good. You can't be mad at me. I did something. They, mm-mm. I mean, I guess I'll put pants on him. I'll put pants on him if you get mad at me. I'll put pants on him. I could put, here, look how easy I can put pants on him. Here, I can put pants on him if I need. I can do it. Promise. Watch this. This is gonna be really stupid. Look, got pants. Nothing there. Look, he's got pants. Look, I can add pants whenever I want. See? I can add pants whenever I want. It does look better without the pants though. I don't like the pants. But I can give him pants if I need to. See? He can have pants if he needs to. I just like that better. Cause it's weirder. It's weirder. This is weirder. But I can give him pants if he needs. I gotta give credit where credit is due. I feel like Fresco's actually been a pretty good drawing program. Honestly, I've not had any problems with Fresco personally. Thanks, Adobe. Thanks for that, Adobe. That's not 100% true, actually. Fresco gives me some guff every now and then, but it's not too bad. I sometimes have to restart Fresco if it's being a little bit snippy. Sometimes it gets snippy. There we go. Ugh. Ugh, did I leave that in the other room? No. Reference. Reference something. There's that. That's what I thought. What about these? What about these? You don't gotta worry about those. Those aren't for you to worry about. For me to worry about. Those are for me to worry about, not for you. Like that. Much better. Human feet are kind of weird. Human feet are kind of weird. Everybody knows that if you didn't have your pinky toe, you wouldn't be able to stand. I don't even know where that myth came from. I honestly don't know where that myth came from. That feels like kind of hokey bullshit. I'm not saying that the pinky toe couldn't help with balance, but it does seem kind of like hokey shit. It does seem a little bit like hokey shit. It does seem a little bit like hokey pokey. Oh. Hell yeah. Hey, I like my new design. I like my updated design for the guys. That's much more definitive. I think that gives them this gives a much better idea for like what people are actually facing in the Mothership game. And let's just start having fun with it. Start with this first. Dark. Too dark. Really, this just reminds me that I need to get into more kind of graphite stuff. Graphite is something that I kind of learned how to do digitally, but I've never actually done graphite. True graphite. There's a version of graphite where what you do is you take like graphite dust, you illustrate with it. It always sounded very fast. kind of just paint. It's like it's like graphite dust. You just kind of like dust it on. It's always looked really really cool. Never actually done that though. You like brush it on with a paintbrush. It looks really really cool. It looks really really cool actually. Yeah, flatten it. Like one undertone that's there's a reason why I'm doing this. I have an idea. Do that. We go like there. Now we go white. Go thin. I specifically wanted it to be white. I want it to be a race. I want it to be white. This is something that actually I was like given a bit of advice is and I don't quite know why, but adding just like a little bit of like little flecks of white in spots really helps things pop. Especially if you like have a dark area like this, add a little bit of that glow. Add some texture. Helps add some texture. Specifically gotta be around the edges. I like that. I like that. I like that. Go ahead and race there a little bit. Good luck with ads, everybody. God damn it. Tell me what ads happen. Freaking dang it, Twitch. Twitch doesn't like to warn me anymore. Be fair, I'm glancing up when I can, but I just don't catch it. I do try to like look up and see when it's like, oh okay. Like, oh okay. Then sometimes Twitch just goes and I'm just like, God damn it. And I ain't gonna stop though. Why would I stop? A good road. On a pretty good roll, I would say today. I don't want to stop. Add some. Add a little bit more. Uh, I like strong lines. Can't help it. I like strong lines. Something in particular that I really like to do, like really, 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 really harsh lines, even when I probably shouldn't. Just think having a nice line is nice. I've definitely gotten much more definitive at building up like outside lines a lot too. Oh, just nice to be doing something else, honestly. Nice to be able to get back to doing the other big project that I've been working on. That's really what has been the best about doing this is being able to like actually work on this again. It's just interesting. Not enough of the midtone there to be able to like just add a little bit more definition, I think. Crisping up lines is something I've also just really wanted to focus on for a while and like get better at, and I'm noticing it working a lot better. Because the goal here is to not. I don't want. I want it to be. I want it to like kind of pop a little. Want it to just give it a little bit more definition. Do I want? Well, now I'm curious, actually. I said this would just be a sketch. Now I'm just like, now, do I want this? Vignette it. What happens if I vignette you? Like this. Do. Oh, damn it. Nope. That. Did I even? I definitely want to try something. Hang on, everybody. We're trying something. We're trying shit here. Bap, 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 bap. Oh, eh, eh. Corners. Dark in the corner. Dark in the corners. We'll see. Actually, I might be able to do this different way. Try this two different ways. Okay. Here, first. Could try any of these. No, this is only going to work if it's on top, so I'd have to put it above. Still not working. Yeah, okay. So now, I have an idea. This I can be a little bit less precise with. Ooh, I do like how this is going, though. I like this texturing that it's doing. I didn't mean to go this hard, but here we are, everybody. It was just gonna be simple sketching today. It was just gonna be a simple sketch, I promise. It wasn't supposed to go this far. This is what happens. It's every time, damn. You're just kind of taking a chisel, going in there. Why don't you zoom in more? I don't know. Oh, everybody can see what I'm doing? You can see the whole picture? Could zoom in a little bit more. I can manage. Yeah, that's looking really, really good, actually. I like that a lot. that, and then I need white. Yeah. That looks good. This looks good. Oh, it's so glad to be drawn. I'm so glad to be doing uh Mothership again. And this, I think, is a much better image than any of the images of the mutilates have done up to this point. I think this is definitively like the design that I've been imagining, that I've been wanting to instill as the primary design. And then there are modifications. There are modifications. There are different ones. There's like the little guys too. Just the hands and stuff. But this is like a bog standard one of these guys that you would see in the setting that my players have been encountering primarily. There we go. There. That's one of my. This is one of my favorite hands I've ever drawn. By the way, I really like how this hand came out. This hand, this hand right here came out really, really, really good. Oh, 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 oh. White. Hell yeah. That's good. That's much better. We're back, baby. Back into Mothership. I'm on the wrong layer. No. Uh, oh, as it comes to pass, sometimes you're just on the wrong layer and you go, fuck it. I was on the wrong layer, and you move on. You just say screw it and you move on. Have you know, just gonna what this is gonna do. Not right now. Yeah, I actually like that. And then if I work it. Yeah, I like that. I'll add. Ooh, I like how those tones are coming in now. A lot. I like how those tones are coming in a lot, a lot. I need to trace a little bit around here. Good. That. Ooh. Ooh, I like how that's coming out. Ooh, I like how that looks. On a bright. Go up here, make white line. This will help define. This will help make it pop out a little. Or we want to make it clear happening. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to show that split. Back. Ooh, yeah, this is looking really, really good. This is looking really, really good. I don't want to draw the rest of the year. I don't want to draw the rest of the year. The year's hard. Years are hard. Man, I mean, I kind of shortcut there a little bit, actually. I kind of shortcutted the year there a little bit. That's nice. Shit. Okay, fine. This is probably what I'm doing for the rest of the time. I was thinking about drawing one of the bosses, but I might. I mean, where are we at? Yeah, already pretty much halfway, so might as well take it all the way to see how far this goes. Take her all the way. Actually upload. Tube. Sometimes your butts. Sometimes your butts. Tube. Oh. Yeah, I like how this looks. I was just gonna do a sketch. Does a full render. I've found a lot of rendering techniques that I really really like now. That's the big thing. Is I found a lot of rendering techniques that I really really like. I'm much more comfortable doing the render this way now. So, and heck, really want to contrast it. Focus on the fingers a little bit more. On color. something along those lines. Ooh, I even got the hands correct. The hands are about as big as the face. Maybe the head could be a little bit bigger, but this is a little bit late for that. It might be a little bit late for that, actually. Oh well. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. But this is coming out really, really good. I like the way that I really nailed the leg connection better. I really like how this looks. Because one, it's just a better design. I'm gonna admit something here. It's probably a better design than just putting a dick or something like that there. It is probably better to draw it that way. It's more creative, it's more interesting. It's unnerving in a way that is a lot better than just put the dang package there. Which kind of fits better with the some of the things with um creature design, without getting into spoilers necessarily. There's a reason why that would actually kind of like make sense regarding um, the thing that is happening. The thing, no pun intended, uh, to people is a lot of this like transformative process is directed. It's like a very directed transformative process, and there might be a reason why those bits don't exist that have actually to do with what is doing the transforming. Try just right. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to make sure that was actually what I was erasing. Yes. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is coming out really, really nice. Ah! I actually need to go in here a little bit. I need to go into that hand a little bit. There. There. Now you can actually see them. Goal is not brighten them up. It's just so that way you can actually see Ooh, I like that. Look what the eyes are doing now. Yeah, this looks much better than what I had before. Almost remembered. Almost forgot. Almost remembered. Almost forgot. How close? How close about a brick? Run a minute. Yeah, nope. I gotta live by my convictions of if I don't do it now, I'll forget. Here we go. Listen, honestly, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta give the space to do other things. And those other things, talk to people. I got people that I message. Okay, I got people important people. I got people important people. Huh? Yeah, that came out really good. You just see I have multiple, so or at the white version. Oh, here we go. Like there's supposed to be two of these. I just want to get an idea. I just want to get an idea. Nope. 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 And it really doesn't matter that much. Like, actually, did I did a pretty good job of drawing this in such a way that, well, I guess you can crop it out if you wanted to if I put it there. Trust me, I actually kind of hate thinking about this with signatures. I'm just like, I don't mind it much anymore. I've gotten used to it, but it is awkward, like trying to find a good place to put signatures and stuff. But yeah, this looks much better than anything I had done before. That's for damn sure. Almost to the point that I'm like, what else more do I do to it? What more do I do to it? Guess I do start a new. Another one. Guess we do start another one. I did want to do a sketch of so here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna scale down now. We're gonna do a sketch of another. I'm gonna scale to it. So before we do like one of the big bosses, I think. Well, actually, no. Let's go straight into it. The design, I think that's really important to solidify. Start with face here. Here. Particularly the face. As perspective wise, find that. Head is gonna go behind that. See my reference. Yeah. I think we do something like this. This one goes around like that. This one goes around like that. Spine there. Spine there. Trying to think of the best way to do this. That would actually make sense. I wanted to make some sense. I wanted to make some sense. I don't want it to be so I don't want it to just be random. Like this, maybe? If there's anything that drawing in my stupid, silly style has taught me is like being able to do simple shapes like this is very, very helpful. I want it to be like there, and these here. Want it. I'm trying to think of spacing. Spacing is going to be very difficult here. It requires need to consider where bones go. This weirdly needs to run. Yes. This needs to. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it, everybody. This is actually the design I want. Funny. Too. Do think we want it to look awkward. I do want it to look kind of awkward. That splitting out that way. I need a leg to come under and a leg to come under that. Yeah, here we go. If this looks awful, it's kind of supposed to be. Because it's supposed to feel awful. If it looks bad, kind of the point. It's not supposed to feel good. It's supposed to be like, oh, oh, good. But I also this is something that I actually like from the inspiration of Mr. Miyazaki himself. There's not a this isn't a creepy for creepy's sake. There's a very distinct direction I'm going with this. Like it's not just to be like let's make it as weird as possible, make it as fugly as possible. Like no, there's a very specific intent I have with why I'm drawing specifically this the way that I am. And it's supposed to be kind of like, it's supposed to be a little bit like, at a point. This splits that way. I gotta remember this. So round, round. This goes round. This goes round. Then I just gotta suss out which one of those on the top and which one's on the bottom. Okay, yeah, no, I like this. The direction I'm going with it is with this design much better. And this was the first like kind of boss enemy that the crew ran into was what this guy is. And today we might like I did this full render and then I'll at least sketch this guy. I think I'll finish that and then we'll probably call it there. Like I said, I got some other stuff I got to do and I got some other stuff I got to go do. I just got some other stuff I got to go do, honestly. I'm still busy. I'm still busy. I'm always busy, but I at least understand that now. The busy I consent to. There we go. We go down a little bit smaller. That down. Much more human look. Because remember, this is not. This is still supposed to be one of the mutilates. This is not. This is not a. This is not one of the original creatures. What's our butt hips look like? What's our butt hips look like? I don't remember. Need the butt hips. Can't remember what the butt hips look like. Like that. Helio. Yeah. This real fast. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, I like the way that this drawing has come out much better now. Got gotta give him the gotta give him the Velociraptor. Stance. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Anytime I draw, you don't give me an excuse to turn a human being into a dinosaur. Or a bug. That's kind of what I did, is I turned people into bugs. Oops! Oopie! I turned a human being into a bug. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I did mean to do that, actually, but... like that. And then these are the actual, like... round. Reshape this anyways, because I like how this foot came out. I like that. Feet are long. Feet are actually very long. Yeah. I like this better. I like the way that this is coming out better. I did a sketch of this guy a long time ago, and he was okay, but I like this version better. Much better. That separation, you got like that kind of separation right there. You got a little bit of separation here. Good luck with ads. Okay, now I gotta decide. Oh, well, no. I don't need to do that as much as I think I do. Maybe I don't need to do that as much as I think I do. I might not need to do that at all. Beep. There we go. I need to figure out. Oh, I need to figure out how to add like a ad warning. There's like a little ad notification thing. I need to figure out how to do that next. Honestly, I've seen people do it. I gotta figure it out. Be nice. I don't want you guys. I don't want you guys to have to suffer through ads. I don't want that. I don't want that. If anything, I should drink some water. Damn it, my L key. My L key is broken. Annoying. This one I definitively just make a sketch of, I think, today. I don't think I'll have a time to do a full render of it, but I still got at least an hour. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. We'll see how far I get, how I'm feeling. We'll start with one hand at a time. I'm particularly using the thumb as a reference. Oh, I got it. Okay, so if this is going around, that's technically his right hand. That a right hand. It is a right hand. Oh my god, I drew a right hand. I drew a right hand. I did draw a right hand. I wasn't sure if I drew a right hand, but I had to think about it for a second. I mean, this has to be a left hand. Awkward. That'll be. Yes. Yes. Pretty sure if I do that right that way. So the thumb would be out here. It ain't gonna stay there. I just need a reference. This hand's kind of small. I need that hand to be bigger. This hand needs to be bigger. This hand needs to be bigger. That hand might also need to be bigger. We'll see. Not gonna give him yowie hands. I'm not gonna give him yowie hands, I promise. I know how to do my proportions so that way I don't give my creatures yowie hands. Not gonna. I don't like yowie hands. I don't want to give my creations yowie hands. Personally. Personally, I don't. That's not my style. Though, if we're gonna talk about gangly hands on a creature, yowie hands would be fine, I guess. I just don't want to give them yowie hands. Personally, that's not what I want. Something like that. There we go. Something maybe? And kind of blowing a little bit. So, well, here. Kind of coming in at a weird angle. So, there. More like that. Actually be willing to erase it all consistently. Something I need to get better about. Like, oh. Oh, that's why. Why does it feel like this is so thick? It's because it is. Oh, wait, no. No, it's not. The eraser. So why? No, that is on 5. It feels like this is weirdly thick. I don't know why. More like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More like that. I want it to like be an extension of the arm, but I don't want it to like. It's not a joint. It's not a joint. It's an extension of the arm. Fingers are kind of like French fries, is what I'm learning. Is drawing hands and drawing fingers. Fingers are kind of like French fries. Draw a French fry. If you're gonna draw a finger, draw a French fry. The best way to draw fingers, at least the most consistent way to draw fingers, draw a French fry. Draw a French fry. Make a 4-dimensional French fry. Oh boy, that might actually be the VOD title. I did say, oh no, I did it. I did it perfect. Yeah, that's the right hand. This is the left hand. Fuck yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Sorry, I had to celebrate there for a second. I did it. I did it right. I did it the way that I actually wanted to do it. I did it correct. I feel like I've done a good job of handling the actual splitting there. I think that looks really, really good. That's something that's very, very important for the design, something that I think I wanted to establish more. Again, it deals with those areas a little bit more creatively in a way that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable working on them. So I was kind of struggling with those areas a little bit. They were difficult. They were a challenge. Being a hassle. Certainly. Here we go. There we go. No yaoi hands. No yaoi hands. No yaoi hands. I just don't want them. I could be better. I'm not saying I can't draw yaoi. I'm just saying I can't draw yaoi hands. I don't want yaoi hands. If I'm gonna do that, there's still gonna be well-proportioned fingered hands. Looks wrong. Just looks wrong. Yaoi hands just serve me so much, I don't want to put them on this freak. Yes. Over there, give a bit of a curve that way. Like that. There we go. That's more like it. Important for design in order to tell you. Promise you. Okay, so established. Now this one is a little bit long. Thumb here. The thumb there. A little bit more curve. This is why I'm a weirdo for liking drawing hands. Is like I feel like there's a lot of fun shapes you can do with hands. This is the thing. Is like you can do a lot with hands. I always say this. You can do a lot with hands. Hands are fun to draw because hands have a lot of things you can do with them. Um, they're very flexible, but they're also very rigid. Like they're not. There's only so you can do specific things with them, but they have limitations. They're not completely amorphous. You get a lot of fun, like interesting shapes and stuff out of hands, I think. Personally, I think anyway. There we go. That. And don't worry about this music, everybody. It's fine. Perfectly normal music to be listening to while drawing semi-eldritch horrors. I don't know what to tell you. Horrors. Seems fine to me. Yeah. Jam. He's the bot. Who doesn't like some Japanese math rock? Works. Just do it works. Uh, Hand goes about to there. Maybe a little bit bigger. Everybody in this situation's fine, by the way. Everybody involved in this drawing, there is more than one person involved in this drawing. They're fine. They're fine. Technically, there's a lot more than two people in this situation, but we don't got to get into that. We don't actually have to get into the semantics of how many people are actually extant in this situation. It's spoilers. Oh, how did I have completely lost the plot on this hand. There, that's better-ish. Start a hand and then stop it halfway through, or stop it partly through, thinking you're done, and then go back and look at it and go, "What the hell was I doing?" Adding some. This area needs to be as weird and goopy as possible. Important element is to make it weird and goopy. Make it weird and gross and odd as possible. I don't know. The human body wants to be shaped like this, probably. Yeah. That. Up there. Boop. Had to fix that for a second. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. That looks much better. Like that. out of the skin like that. They're important. These are important, don't worry about them. They're just an important design consideration I need to throw in every now and then. But don't worry about them. They're important, but don't worry about them. In front of everything. Okay. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like this actually better than my original design. Um, like ideas that I had. I think this comes out much nicer, much more interesting. Specific. Add. Not eraser. You're not on the eraser. This one definitely. Yeah, I did that. Ooh, no. There. Nothing. No small details that I'm adding. Don't look at those. Don't worry about the small details that I'm adding. They're not important. They're for me. They're not for you. They're for me. Sometimes artists just put things in their work that are for them and only them, not for anybody else. There we go. Now, do I render it? I mean, I got the time. I got the time. Pretty much, I got it. I'm gonna hit 3 hours a day, and then I'll probably just much call it. I might do a little bit more, but I got 3 hours. Yeah. If I would have waited going up a little bit earlier, I would have had more time, but that's fine. That's on me. Only got 3 hours, and I accept it. I only got 3 hours. I did stay up pretty late last night. Shouldn't have stayed up, but also having a good time with my friends. I was having a good time with my friends. Trish, got a perfect length for that. I think that's good. A little bit bigger. Yeah, that's actually come out really, really good. I like that a lot. Ooh, ooh, they're scary. They're creepy. They're freaky creepy. They're cheeky freaky. And kind of the perspective I have going here, it's just kind of like, I'll probably lose some definition in translation. Just fine. I'd say I accomplished what I was going for with this design, and that's really what matters. This is exactly what's happening here, believe it or not. I have exactly devised what the hell is happening here. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. Nightmare. Nightmare. Well, that makes some things in life a little bit easier, but other things it makes me go, oh my god. Hold on. Boy, I hope they're okay. I'll have to ask them about that later. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know, guys, made some decisions in my life recently that made me go, I think I made some good decisions. But still, I hope they're okay. That's, oh boy. Well, I don't have to worry about that as much, but also worry about it in a different way, and it's fine. What the fuck? What happened? What happened? Oh my god. I'm gonna be vague for now, so that way I know what everything's going on. But no, my friends are okay. Oh no. Holy shit. All that to say, I'm really happy with how this design came out. It came out pretty good. I think this does better justice to the original design I had. Does better justice to the most recent sketch I made of it, and does a better of like preserving some of the things that I liked about that original design that were unnerving without being actually too explicit. I think I made a lot of those designs way too explicit. I'm not gonna lie. I was dealing with some stuff, okay, and it seeped into my designs a little bit. All right, have to admit. I was going through some stuff at the time. Well then. That is a fun little... I don't think I necessarily... Like, this is just a detail of creature design that I want to, like, highlight, as well as get better with hand. This is giving me a lot of practice with, a lot of hand anatomy, but, mm, them out a little. Buggering them out a little. Not as much. Much more. Why I gotta keep the zoom the same. This is why I gotta keep the zoom the same, because I think it was getting too in there. Stuff. That's also why I gotta leave it zoomed out a little bit more, I think. Sometimes I think I get too zoomed in. Messes with some parts of the... Staying a little zoomed out and stuff like this. Staying zoomed out in the sketch is good. You want to zoom in when you're doing detail work. If you go too close in, you sometimes lose a little bit of scope. It's not the intent. Then things like certain kinds of proportions get all weird and funky. Also, you guys can't see the full image, which is its own problem. I got everything about the way that I want. And the intent is that the arms wrap around the body completely and then come out on the opposite side. That's why it's important that the right hands are on top, or that they're sideways. They're like sideways, right? Make sure I did this right. Okay, so it's side. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You're good. You're good. I did it right. Did it correct. Trying to pay better close attention to anatomy like that. Especially, I'm paying close attention to anatomy. Doesn't this look like normal human anatomy to anybody else? This looks like normal human anatomy to me. It's got all the human parts. They're there. The human bits are present. This is a human. This is two. This is at least two human beings. I was too zoomed in, so I was getting distracted by how thick the lines are coming in. If I had zoomed out, I would have been able to actually see what I was doing. Oops. Whoopsie. Whoopie. Happened. Whoopie, it happened. Maybe. My apology. Kind of plan. Just in case. Might as well move that, and then we're just gonna, much as we push as much, and push as much in. Roll with it. Just gotta roll with it. Just gotta roll with it. And this is why I wanted to really make it clear that they weren't just as simple as this creature design is not just as simple as like necromorphs or like zombies or anything, because like I unless I'm maybe it is there. I don't know. This probably is a little bit in the necromorphs design, but sometimes there's a bit of a feeling that necromorphs like kind of form at random. Um, Whereas this, I want it to be very directed. Like if you could see combinations like this, you'll see them consistently in these combinations. Like if you see two, they'll be like this. It's not just a bunch of random parts. Sometimes it might be, but most likely it's not just a bunch of random parts. Technically, And that goes behind. You can't see behind that. And I had a couple ways that I've tried this. I've tried side by side, like the legs being the hips being horizontal, like where the legs were going out left and right, like this way. But I think back and forth works better. I think this looks better. But you could argue they probably can move in yeah, they can move in 8 directions. They have 8 directional control because they're more advanced than we are. Hmm. Actually, this arm. We're gonna do a loopy. A loopy. Out. Oh, out. More like here. Yeah. Give it a little bit more length. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like how that's looking. I like how the sketch is coming out too. The sketch is coming out really, really nice. Oh, I don't want to do the thing. Do I want to start rendering? Do I want to start rendering? A little. I want a little bit. But you lose the hand. Sometimes it goes that way. Bye, hand. Want you anyways. Oop. Take this a little. But you worked so hard on that. That's not how art works. 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 Cover it up if you. Honestly, then I don't have to worry about that hand as much. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Now, yeah, let's do Render layer down to there. Color in parts. Like that. Just something like that. Yep. It's 3. Perfect. Or it's almost 3 hours. If it was almost 3, I'd be like, oh no, it can't almost be 3. That would be bad for me. I have stuff to do at 2:50. Not 3, 2:50. Like that. And then do like another layer here. Another. Better at some of this rendering though. Put something in there. Really light. Not that light. Kind of get. We just kind of get. Then I gotta go white. Don't worry about how I said that. I'm gonna add. Layer has to go very, very bottom back. Go above you. Go down. Data. Yeah, I'm feeling much more confident in just being able to render in general, which is really, really nice, honestly. Just have much more definitive process for being able to do it. I can actually do it now. And it's just a layer, it's just layers of gray. That's all it is just different layers of gray. Not that complicated, usually. Oh, much better. Honestly, I'm glad I learned how to like really crispen up lines this way. I feel like that was something I really struggled with for a long time was how to crisp my lines. Crisp your lines. Also learning how to use like just white lines to really add just like a little bit more depth and dimension and texture has been hugely important as well. Though granted, I've always known that I just was being a little bit lazy. I was being a little bit lazy. Oops. Like highlights are kind of weird. I feel like highlights are something I still kind of getting used to. They're just weird, a weird thing in general. Not normal. They're not natural. Highlights aren't natural. Uh, something. I was saying, like, why are they coming in so thick? I don't know why. A little bit thick. And a little bit. I need to go back. It just kind of helps find those out a little bit, so that way I don't get lost in all the noise of all the other gangly bits. Not supposed to disappear, that's for sure. They're not supposed to disappear, that's for sure. Try putting more depth there. Depth. And here's something I really want to establish with these designs, right? Is like it's unnerving, but it's not like it's not blood and guts. It's not like that's why it's not like zombies. It's very much supposed to be like they're still corporeal. They're still like in a single shape. They're not like they're being there's a lot of like manipulation of shape, but not actually like tearing it apart. It's not about tearing it apart. Lunchtime. In fact, ads are gonna end here in a second. We'll go to 10 and then I'll call it. And like I said, this will be just like a partial render. I think we'll just do the partial render for this guy because I did a full render of the other guy, which I really was not anticipating was to get that much done of him. So, but I feel like the mothership content is gonna like it's gonna go up considerably. It feels like it's up. Like my just inherent like design prowess has like really escalated. Good. She It was just that one. It was just that layer all along. Sometimes you try like 8 different layers and you find out, oh, it was just that one all along. It was that one all along. I like how that hand came out too. That hand was really, really good. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's looking really good. I like how this is looking so far. Just gonna add like a little bit white. Right there. There. Around here ish. A little bit lighter. There we go. Yeah. Ooh. You look scary. You look spooky. Hope you look upsetting. But like in an interesting way and not just in a blanketly this makes me feel ill way. I hope you're I hope you're upset in an interesting way. That's the goal. And this out a little bit. That. I'm just adding a little bit more angularity helps a lot too. Bodies are weirdly angular. There we go. Perfect. Like that. Like that. I like it. A little bit. Yeah, more like that. Ooh, yeah. This needs to be a little. Technically, it's not that dark. Here we go. That. And do something similar here. I'd say definitely locked in more for the first one, but I still did pretty good on this one. I would say I still did pretty good on this one. Oh, oh, okay. Yep. We're gonna call it there. Ooh, woo. Hit 3 hours. That's what matters. That's what I was going for. Was 3 hours. I didn't seem to have any issues. That's good. I was doing some testing on some other stuff, and I think we good. I got two done today. That's It's been a while since I've done this style of illustration, so the fact that I got two done today, pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. I'm gonna start closing it up. Let me fix my shit. We're gonna do one more thing before we go. Before the end of every stream, I gotta draw one more picture. You guys can help. Ugh. All you gotta do is type in chat, whatever chat says. I'll use it as a reference. And I will make a prompt out of it, and then I'll open up Paint and put on a 1 minute timer, and then draw it in 60 seconds. Oh no! Wait a mistake. First, anything. All right. Fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine and okie dokie. Ugh. Okay doke. Alright. I'm gonna open up Paint and then put on a 60-second timer, and then I have to draw it before we raid out. Let's think. What's my button? I already drew a hand last time. I've been on a hand kick recently. Oh, I know. I know. Drawing the entities. Definitely. Definitively. Definitively. All right. I won't worry about that at the moment. I will deal with that in a second. Oh, I need my timer. Sorry, I'm being like. Boy. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, please. Ah. All right. Oh, I'm not ready. There. Here, I'll draw. I'll definitely draw. The kind of thing. I'm also kind of doing this from memory. I have not drawn these guys in a while, so E. 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 It's fine. I drew him correctly. I drew him exactly, precisely, correctly. Didn't make any mistakes. Okay. I'm done, I promise. Alright, well, if you want to see that picture, stick around to the very end. I also do a bit of a closing bit. We do rate at the end of every stream. That way the vampires in our chat can keep watching. As everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows. It's almost lunchtime for vampires. Or actually, no, it's almost lunchtime for daywalkers. Like me, because I'm hungry. Forget. So the daywalkers keep watching. Everybody else, make sure to go lock your doors and windows. It's almost lunchtime for daywalkers. And thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials and the Discord below. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally, you can come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time in the Discord. Speaking of which, shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag with MCCanary or link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream, you also can find the Discord here. Shoot. Just go to the Discord. My bad. I almost forgot. I'm hungry. I'm thinking with my stomach. I'm hungry. You can find the Discord there. It's a good time in there. Speaking of which, shout out to you there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure also hashtag with MCCanary. Or link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out. I'm just glad that we're doing things that you guys want to talk about. I appreciate it. It's super rad. It's super cool. Oh, do this before we go, but I'll finish that part. I'll finish that bit, then we'll save, and then we'll continue on with the ending. I forgot I was going to do this. I gotta save my things for so that way they're ready to go. Thinking, calculating, processing. Thank you for talking about the stream, guys. We appreciate it, honestly. I'm glad that we're doing things you guys want to talk about, and we do encourage you guys to talk about it more. If you enjoyed watching me draw not yaoi hands, and you know somebody who would like to watch somebody not to draw yaoi hands, share it with them. Tell them about it. I won't. And we're just gonna real fast save this. I said I was gonna do this more. I was gonna export these before I ended the stream. I keep forgetting. This is the new thing that I'm trying. Give me 1 second. There we go. Say boss. What's today? First. And back. Turn off. On. Here. Turn off. Turn. Full. Basic. Here. Basic. Lit. Utility. Full. All right. And I do that. Should have those saved now. Let me make sure, but I should have those saved now. Yes, we're good. And thank you to our supporters on Patreon, Copy, and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you, so we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as some other benefits you can get, you can always subscribe directly on Twitch. Check out the Patreon, Coffee, and VGen here. Those links will show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. If you like my art style, if you like how I draw, I also have a VGen available. I'm adding to it as frequently as I have time and as I can, though I might actually be able to do some work on that tonight. But yeah, if you like the way that I draw and want me to draw for you, please go check out the VGen. I'm trying to get that going. It's probably the best way to actually support the channel at the moment. So definitely go check that out, as well as just more art on the VGen. So any amount is always appreciated. Thank you guys. And I just appreciate that there are people wanting to support the channel. So, and thank you, Drew Mods. You do a wonderful job of holding back the LeBron army and becoming famous. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you liked the art. I'll be posting it here in a bit. I'll get you through housekeeping and get you on your way. Check out the rest of our friends in Goblin Entertainment here. And Linktree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to, and more of my stuff here, which has everything that I post too. It's just more of the same links as below, just available in a single Linktree spot if you want. You know, can't be too certain. Definitely check out the VOD channel there the most. Especially, I'll be posting the works in progress, the things that I drew today on YouTube, as well as on the VOD channel, as well as the VOD for this should be available sometime tomorrow. Sometimes probably in the morning. So if you joined late on this and want to see how I started off drawing this, you can find you'll be able to watch the VOD in full tomorrow, as well as any other drawings I did in the past, as well as everything else we've done in the last couple of years, and much more. So that's everything that we have done. What we will be doing in the near future, Wednesday, should be doing more. Tomorrow should be doing more Resident Evil 4 with Sean. Wow, my brain really paused on that, huh? Sean, Ari, and Lauren. And then Thursday should be doing more multiplayer stuff with James and Aqua. And Friday, probably more drawing. I also might do something Thursday, probably a little bit more drawing. I'm going to be doing a lot more drawing. If I'm going to be doing solo stuff, it's going to be artwork. I'm just, I could do Helldivers. Let's just do art for a while if we're going to do solo stuff. So Friday, probably Thursday afternoon, probably do a little bit more artwork. Friday, do a little bit more artwork. Depends. I might also take a break. We'll see. I actually need to be careful. I don't want to crash myself. Part of this was to like just chill for a while. So, but Friday, definitely will be doing something in the evening, and then Saturday be doing more something with James and his brother Kenneth, and then we'll be back on Monday, hopefully doing Mothership or something else as a backup. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, definitely follow, get on the socials of your choice. There are all sorts to choose from. Get on the Discord. It's the best time in the Discord. Come say hi to me. Come say hi to my friends. Come say hi to other viewers. Post pictures of your dogs and cats and animals. And otherwise, just keep being rad. Keep being cool. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. You guys are rad. Have a good afternoon. Love you. Have somebody I think we'll be heading to that we haven't headed to before. They seem pretty cool. They're currently, looks like they're opening some Poke packs, and they'll be doing some either some shiny hunting or just doing some Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So we'll go say hi to her. She goes by Detective Mocha. I think it's her first time raiding her. She seems chill. So, otherwise, something good in the world. I feel like I had something recently. Give me a second. Tiny Desk. NPR Tiny Desk, actually. Go check out Tiny Desk concerts. They're great. Honestly, Tiny Desk is how I find a lot of music, new music. It's just really solid for that. So go support NPR and go listen to some Tiny Desk concerts to find some good new music that you might not have heard of before. It's a good resource for that, and I appreciate that NPR does it. I appreciate that NPR does it. So, on that note, we'll go say hi to Mocha. Gonna go be nice. See if she wants to see the work in progress. So stick around for that. Otherwise, everybody have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Take it easy. Hit the wrong one. And remember, I guess I just like turning people into bugs. I guess I like turning people into bugs. And you can't stop me. I'm only getting better at drawing. Either don't either don't piss me off or make me too happy. I'll turn you into a bug or a dinosaur. Like other people would just make you, other artists would just make you pregnant, but I would turn you into a bug or a dinosaur.